Ah, my compatriots. Let's talk about those politicians who cling like barnacles on a ship's bottom. But fret not, for we wield a formidable weapon in this grand democratic arsenal, the vote. When these fine folks start treating their promises like yesterday's leftovers, we boot them out. A polite yet assertive boot, of course. And who takes their place? Why, fresh faces, as invigorating as a morning breeze, ready to sweep away the cobwebs. So, my fellow citizens, let's raise our tankards to scraping off those stubborn barnacles and welcoming a tidal wave of change. Paid for by the Society for Barnacle-Free Governance.
Good day, my fellow countrymen. Allow me to share a few thoughts on a matter that surely would have raised an eyebrow or two among the founders. In our musings about a fledgling nation, the notion of career politicians was as far-fetched as powdered wigs coming back into style. Our noble aspiration was a government woven by the hands of the people, not a quilt of perpetual office holders. The era we fostered was one where folks stepped up when duty called, and then took a step back to let others have a go. We hoped for a nation where every citizen had a say, not just the select few who'd mastered the art of political jargon. Now, as you navigate these modern times, remember that you hold the quill of change. If the ink's gone stale, dip it anew. So, my compatriots, as you exercise your democratic right, remember the vision we aimed to embody, a nation led not by a chosen elite, but by the heartbeat of its people.
Well, howdy there, folks. Gather round and let me spin you a tale about those curious days before the storm called the Civil War. Back then, we had a different sort of tangle on our hands. Career politicians sticking around like stubborn burrs on a woolly sheep. Now, I always reckoned that if we'd given those long-serving folks a gentle nudge out the door, we might have saved ourselves a mightier ruckus down the road. Can you imagine? A nation spared a civil war, all thanks to a little spring cleaning of politicians who'd forgotten the fresh air of new ideas. So there I was, with my tall hat and tall tales, telling folks that we needed a bit more rotation and a little less stagnation. And lo and behold, we find ourselves in these modern times, where the echoes of the past still ring true. So, dear friends, as you head to those ballot boxes, remember the wisdom of giving new voices a chance to speak. Who knows? You might just dodge a war or two. Ladies and gentlemen, gather round, for I've got a tale that's worth the sound. It's about the days of yore, when we laid democracy's grand floor. Back then, we faced a tricky game, with career politicians seeking fame. They clung like moss to an old tree, but I had a thought that set us free. I said, hey folks, let's not be daunted, 'cause in the end, we're all wanted. Rotation in office. That was the key, to avoid a pitfall you just might see. Let's bring in new blood, new dreams to chase, and give those old-timers a friendly embrace. No need for divisions, no need for strife, just a chance for fresh perspectives to come to life. Now we're here in modern days, where echoes of our ideals play. Remember my words as you cast your vote. Let democracy thrive with a joyful note. So, my friends, heed this tale with glee and choose the path to unity. Rotation in office, a concept so grand, ensuring a strong and united land. Paid for by the League for Energetic Elections.